Authorities in Garland, Texas say 2 gunmen are dead after an attack outside a cartoon contest on Sunday.
In case any of my international listeners missed the news, it's deja vu all over again here in the United States. 2 Muslim extremists attempted to shoot up a convention center where a small group was hosting an event where participants were invited to compete to see who could draw the best picture of the Prophet Muhammad. Of course, we here in America are united in our support of freedom of speech and in our denouncement of people who use violence to stifle criticism.
No, 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 no. No, no. No, no.
Oh, void. Okay, Larry Wilmore of The Nightly Show. What do you have to say about this?
You know another thing that's horrific, Pamela Geller? Intentionally putting innocent unarmed security guards in danger so you can make some free speech argument.
Mr. Wilmore here is attempting to create a kind of moral equivalence between drawing cartoons that make people feel bad and shooting people in the face. He then goes on to bash Pam Geller, the organizer of the event, and call her book a book of Islamic hate.
Really, she wrote a book on Islamic hate. It's called Stop the Islamization of America. Yes, stop it, Islamizers.
I haven't read Miss Geller's book, so I won't defend it. But I will note that Wilmore doesn't seem to have read it either. He doesn't cite any specific passages or even paraphrase its overall points. He just calls it a book of hate without backing up the statement in any way. That's incompetent journalism. I suspect that Mr. Wilmore would defend himself by saying he isn't a journalist, and that's true. But sadly, people take these left-wing comedy news shows pretty seriously. I kind of wish they'd put more effort into the stories they present. But that's asking too much of left-wing comedians. They exist to package their agenda into an easy-to-digest, intellectual content-free package, fit for mass consumption by their demographic of left-wing, pseudo-intellectual burnouts. A very small demographic, by the way. Hey, Wilmore, were you calling out Matt Stone and Trey Parker for their outrageous incitement of Mormons when they released their hilarious Book of Mormon musical? No?
Fuck you got in the ass, mouth, and cunt out. Fuck you got in the ass, mouth, and cunt out. Fuck you got in the ass, mouth, and cunt out. Fuck you in the eye.
Well, you're either a massive hypocrite or you've been intimidated into silence. Either way, enjoy your slow descent into utter irrelevance. You deserve it. In any event, there is a case to be made that Islam is encroaching into American society in at least one creepy way. There are Sharia law courts operating in Texas. They're voluntary and not legally binding, but they do exist. This has been going on in Britain for some time, and they're running into weird problems. For example, this story in the Daily Mail cites a physically abused woman who is denied a divorce and told to, quote, keep up the appearance of cordial relations. Speaking of Britain, check out this British Imam who appeared on Sean Hannity's nigh unwatchable Fox News TV show. Brace yourself, because this is like watching the world's most unlikable parade. But there's much to be learned.
You want worldwide Sharia, is that correct?
Of course, yeah. We believe that the whole world should be governed by divine law.
Muslims that leave the religion apostate should be killed.
Well, of course, the Prophet said whoever changes his din, kill him.
And gays and lesbians, the penalty for that is death, correct?
Well, you know, if they do the act publicly and there are witnesses, it does carry capital punishment, yes.
Do you support this death threat against Pam Geller because she ran a free speech contest drawing cartoons of your prophet?
Let's be absolutely clear. We're not talking about Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. You're talking about people who deliberately had a competition to insult the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Those are the stakes, my friends. The threat of radical Islam is very real. And terrorist attacks like 9/11 and shootings like Charlie Hebdo and Garland, Texas are only the tip of the iceberg. The most dangerous attack is the slow, steady attack on freedom. Many news outlets refuse to reprint Charlie Hebdo's cartoons or the Danish cartoons that caused outrage in 2005. That's a chilling sign that these attempts to use horrific violence to stifle free speech could ultimately succeed. So, what is the right way to fight back? It isn't more violence or to start spying on Muslims. Yeah, thanks for that, Peter King. Way to be part of the problem. The best way to fight back is to show that we aren't afraid of these people. and their violence will be met only with bemused contempt. Radical Muslims fear ridicule because humor is a powerful weapon against lies and bullshit. And that's what religion boils down to.